After seeing this, did anybody else just want to see the original Star Trek crew in it? Hey everybody, what's going on? Today we're going to be talking about the sci-fi comedy Galaxy Quest. This is a movie that I hadn't seen in a long time. I remember enjoying it the first time, but it's been forever since I've watched it, so I decided to go back and watch it again, and I'm happy to say that for me it held up as a comedy. I will warn you, since this movie is so old, there's probably going to be some spoilers in this. I mean, it came out in 1999, so there's your over 20-year spoiler warning. What this movie is about is you have a bunch of former castmates on this Star Trek type show called Galaxy Quest, and they're all kind of down on their luck. They're doing conventions and stuff. They all kind of hate it. The leader, the quote unquote leader of the group, played by Tim Allen, he kind of makes side deals and things like that, but he's always late to these conventions and everything. And but it turns out his latest job, his latest side job, is for this group that have a really nice set and really cool costumes, and the creature that they're talking to on the screen is really scary and real looking, but it turns out that these really are aliens, and this is a real ship, and that is a real bad guy alien he's talking to, and he doesn't know it at the time, but then he finds out it's real, and he brings the crew back with him to the ship. His actors. You see, these aliens think that their exploits, the Galaxy Quest exploits, were real, and they think that they can save them from this bad guy. And this alien crew has built their entire their ship and their civilization and everything around the Galaxy Quest show. And they bring the actors up there, and at first, of course, they think it's a job, but then they find out it's real, and they really have to fight these bad guys, and they all kind of come together as a group at the end to help these aliens defeat the bad guys. What I love about this, and as I said in the intro, just imagine if you had a group of people like, and I would say it's a mixed bag of Star Trek characters, because there's some characters that remind you of like the original Star Trek, but then you've got a character that was a kid and then he's grown up, so it kind of like might be like a Wesley Crusher. So you're looking at other, different Star Trek shows for inspiration for some of these characters. You have just the different. You have the engineer, you have the captain, the number one. You even have a red shirt, quote unquote red shirt, played by Sam Rockwell, who was only a part of one episode and he died in it. And he gets to become like the hero that red shirts aren't supposed to be. You just have all these great characters, and every single one of them hold up. If they were a character that didn't get to do much on the show, they got to become more during this mission against the bad guys. You have some great performances in this. Tim Allen's really funny. He's the captain. Sigourney Weaver is... she's basically, in the show, she was like the sex object. I mean, she's got her cleavage hanging out all the time, and she was always just copying what the computer was saying, and she gets to stand out more. One of the best performances in this is by the late Alan Rickman. He plays the Spock type character. He has like the catchphrase that everyone wants him to say, and he doesn't like to say it, even though one of the aliens bases his life off of his character's life, and that becomes like a big deal later in the movie. Tony Shalhoub is amazing in this, and his character is interesting because when they go up to space, he just seems like it's the greatest thing ever, and he embraces it right away. Like it's like he finally belongs somewhere, because he always seemed like he didn't belong, or at least it felt that way. And when he gets up there, it's like, yeah, this is my place. These are my people. And he even gets they do make a joke about Tim Allen's character, getting with all the alien women like Kirk used to, but it's Tony Shalhoub's character who gets to romance the pretty alien girl. And of course, these aliens are using illusions, so they don't look like humans for real. They have a much more alien monster type form, and Tony Shalhoub just doesn't care. He notices the tentacles, and he's just like, okay. Um, Again, Sam Rockwell plays like a red shirt, and he gets to become a hero. They also have to deal with superfans, led by Justin Long, who they're the ones that would come up to him at the conventions and ask him the big time technical questions that the actors probably wouldn't know, even though there is a quote unquote science based around these types of shows, and they actually come into play later because they need help with theories and everything about the ship. And that actually works in pretty well too. So I like that they bring in the super fans to help them. Just the entire comedy itself, everything really worked in this for me, because you've got this group of people that they are seen as these heroes, even though they aren't really these heroes, but they have to become these heroes, and they do, because they find out that this alien race have all but been wiped out, and every one of them that still exists are just on this ship, and that's it. So if this ship goes bye-bye, their alien race is gone, and the evil bad guys win. The effects in this movie really hold up. I mean, yeah, sure, there's some early 2000s effects in it as well, but like some of the creature work and everything, like of the bad guys and everything, really work well in this. Just the set designs are really cool. Again, it gives you this whole Star Trek feel. And all in all, as a comedy, the comedy holds up. I mean, even though the world kind of lost conventions and things there for a while, it's starting to come back, and that humor is still there. Of the people going to cons and everything, and but what this movie says is it's okay to take it too seriously, because they reward characters that take this show too seriously. So anyway, if you've never seen Galaxy Quest, I wouldn't call it a parody, because it's not parodying Star Trek. Mostly, yes, they are. The show and the movie is based on Star Trek, but it's not parodying the show. It's the show. You could basically say this is Star Trek in this movie, and the Star Trek heroes really go to space and fight bad guys. And I just think that the comedy really holds up well. The acting's really good. The story's really good, and the effects are really good. So I highly recommend Galaxy Quest. Check it out.